This kayak, the wheels for some reason aren't stabilized. Not a lot of flat looking ground around here. Should have brought the hammock. Oh, yes. All right, gang, we have arrived, and today's adventure is going to be a little different, as it always is. You've joined us for winter camping. You've been with us for solo camps with my dog, Luna. You've also been on car camping trips with my wife, Leslie, and the dog. And today, we're actually going to do some backcountry camping paddling. It's something I haven't done in a couple of years. I've been so looking forward to this. And kind of stumbled upon it because I was actually looking to do some regular camping, but it's pretty busy. And then I saw this spot come up, the only spot left on the lake. So we are at Bottle Lake. This is the Beaver Road access point, and really excited to get going. So without further ado, it's a little later than I'm used to being. It's only 3:30. We got lots of time, but I'm gonna start getting the kayak off the trailer, get everything packed up, all my camping gear, and we'll see you on the water. Hey gang, not just the pretty stuff. This kayak, the wheels for some reason aren't stabilized, and it's leaning to the one side. It's too heavy. So at any rate, we're going to try and get this back on, but it is hot and full of mosquitoes. So that's it for now. Well, that was not most fun. That was going to be a nice little show of the portage. Dumped the kayak twice, which I've never done. And the weight was too much, so I pulled off the front handle on my kayak. So there's that disaster. Mosquitoes were awful. I got eaten alive in there. Surprised how many blood left. But I do have everything secured down as much as I can. And now we got to find our campsite, which is over there. And I'm looking forward to that. It's not far, which is the great news. Anyway, enough of me whining, and we'll see you at the campsite. All right, we are coming up on our site. That's one of those lessons in adversity. How much can you take before you give up? I guess the answer is right now, a little bit. There's our site, and I can see a picnic table, which is great. And it looks like a lovely spot right here on the mouth of the river. Yeah, so we're not going to stray too far from home tomorrow once we get everything offloaded and get camp set up. I can't wait to start fishing here, see if there's some bass and some muskie and some other things. But not a bad paddle to get to our new home. And this spot's a little rockier than some. I know that the beach spots are coveted, but come on, I live on Lake Erie. I got all kinds of sand beaches. This looks nice. Oh, I think it's all gonna get worth it here in a minute. Oh yes. Beautiful. Home sweet home. Not a lot of flat looking ground around here. Should have brought the hammock. All right, next part of the video is me setting up the tent, putting in poles, putting in stakes, all of that stuff. I've probably got 5 other videos where I show you how to put this tent up. So go watch those if you want to see me put it up, because these bugs are terrible. And I'm just going to get to it. Behold, a sign for the Thunderbox. Somewhere down here. Oh, there it is. I can see it. Too many mosquitoes to take you down there right now, but good news is I know where it is. When it's time for thunder, we're ready. Well, I thought I brought a little bag for this next exercise, but it appears I did not. And I have to make sure to keep this long enough, but what we're going to do is try and get a rope up over the tree so that we can hang our food later. And so I'm going to tie the worst knot of all time and hope that even the worst knot of all time is enough for success to get it over the branch. I don't know, gang. What do you think? Are we going to fail? Succeed? What's it going to be? Well, that's 3 times that my knot has failed. We're going to tighten that up and give her another go. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. See, if I was cheating, I would just make it look like I tried that on my first try. But I want to make sure that you, when you come out and do these things, that you feel confident that you too can make a few mistakes and get it right eventually. All right, time to process some wood. So we got some comfort here tonight, and one of these portable saws. Do not leave home without one. Dry wood, way less work. There are some mighty big logs around this campsite, and I'm going to try and split them. So I remember one time I was trying to split a log that was too big for my abilities, and it took me over an hour, and I'm hoping this doesn't. So there's a couple here. If I can manage to get through this monster one, there's one over there that's a bit smaller, so see what happens. Oh, yes. And just like that, we're gonna have firewood. So all we've done here is some ramen noodles with some of that crumbled bacon, which does not need refrigerating. I got it sealed up in a Ziploc bag, and as well as its own container. So hopefully that's enough to keep critters at bay once we have it hung up. I'm so hungry. Processing wood. I mean, car camping's so easy. You buy the wood, you might have to chop it, but it's kind of easy. Here, finding logs, cutting them. Hats off to outdoor boys and others. You've seen a ton of videos, I'm sure, where they do it. And it's as much work as it looks like. So it's currently about 7:30. I'm starving after some of the mishaps of today and just setting up. And what a beautiful spot, though. So I'm glad we pushed through. I'm glad we're here and just ready to enjoy some supper. Mm. Well, here we are at the end of the day, gang, enjoying a nice fire, and it's burning pretty good now that we did all the prep work for the wood. And it's a little harder out here, like I said earlier, but it's wonderful. Relax never feels as relaxed as when you're camping and you're fed, the chores are done, and you're tired, and there's nothing left but to just relax and enjoy the view a little bit before you go to bed. Well, hey gang, it's Wolfman. We're in bed, and the thunder and lightning has definitely started. So far, so good. Just some distant thunder and some raindrops, which you can hear. I do love the sound of rain on a tent. It's a nice way to go to bed. So, quite comfortable in here. I'll show you a couple of things that I have, which make it a lot more comfortable camping like this. That's my Solix battery, and it's really good for solo adventures like this when you're just charging camera gear and your phones. And up here is an electric fan, again USB charged, off the Solix. And those two little comforts right there make such a huge difference. Get a little bit of air circulating in the tent and power to charge your goodies. Spoiled, maybe. Well, look at me sporting Ontario Park's sweatshirt as I'm in an Ontario Park. Sport Parks, Ontario. And the best way you can do that is by camping. So it's about 5:53 in the morning. It's set some thunder and lightning, and I'm gonna endeavor to get up and put my raincoat on and maybe go down to the bear hang and pull the food and stuff down so I can at least get some coffee. So we'll see you after coffee. All right, as got this coho, not a regular bear barrel. didn't really trust the latches for raccoons and bears and such, but fortunately it's got 1, 2, 3 areas to lock it down. So I simply used zip ties to lock those up to at least keep them, make it harder. It was good. Last night was good. It seems that the tree hang was fine. Didn't attract any attention. So time to get a knife so we can actually get at our coffee. It's actually human proof right now too, without a knife. And in Starbucks, I swear by it. You've seen me use the canisters before. Now using these. And as a little bonus, I don't know where you'd find them in Canada, but these are little creamers that require no refrigeration. And I don't like Coffee Mate. I do like cream in my coffee, so these are great. These are absolutely great. Let's make some coffee. Well, cheers, gang, to a beautiful cloudy morning on the lake. And I'll tell you what, coffee never tastes so good as when you're camping. If there's one reason in the world to camp, it's just so you can really appreciate your coffee even more. It's funny, I get itching to get out here. And my wife knows that. She actually asked me later in the week, she's like, so are you camping this weekend? Are you going to get out? And I think it's more of a suggestion than a request because she knows that it kind of grounds me and gets my head in a better place. And sometimes the stresses of the world can get to all of us. And I really appreciate her for that. Hopefully, you've got someone in your life that allows you to do these kind of things. She would never come out here. She's got a bad case of paranoia, and frankly doesn't like the bugs and everything else, and that's fine. We enjoy other kinds of camping together, but just so wonderful that she actually not only allows me to do this, but encourages me to do this. So like I said, I hope you're lucky enough to have someone like that in your life. I don't have much of a signal here, so I've been kind of sending Morse code back and forth to home to let everyone know that I'm okay. Signal does break out once in a while. So, for example, in my text, I'll say it's 5:45 a.m. Up, all's well, and she may not get that till 7 a.m. But at least she has some idea of what's going on here. I got a brief phone call with her where I could hear her, but she really couldn't hear me, and that's some of the stuff you're gonna have to deal with out here. I don't do enough backcountry camping to get like a locator. I mean, I'm literally, I don't know, maybe a half hour to 40-minute paddle from civilization. So I'm not too worried about that. But still, even in a place like this, I should probably have one. Um, and although it's kind of like I was thinking about it yesterday, this isn't real backcountry camping, right? Because you're in a kayak, you're fairly close to the to where the output is, where you put the kayaks and the canoes in. But it's enough to get a feel that you're all by yourself. I mean, there's no one else around me. There's no other campsite here. It is 100% me and the wildlife, right? Lovely listening to the frogs this morning. Got to see a heron fly through. It's not very good video. I might just overlay a clip of it, as I got it this morning. The other part I'm not having great signal is I'm not really sure what kind of weather there's going to be. It looks okay. It looks gray. It's not a heavy gray. I don't think it's going to rain like it did last night because I do want to get out and do some fishing. So I think what I'll do is once I finish this Nectar of the Gods is I will get the kayak ready. I'll get out. I'll do a little fishing. Stay close to home. So if the weather does pick up, then I can get back in a hurry. But yeah, cannot wait to get out on the water. I have no idea what the fishing is like here. I hear there are bass, pike. I've seen a couple of jumpers, um, but we'll see. So hopefully we'll get something for a shore lunch or kind of a dinner tonight. So enough of me pontificating. I'm going to get back to my coffee, and I guess we'll see you when we get out on the water. Wow. Oh boy, so beautiful. Tell you what, even if this is just a window, I'll take it. It is beautiful. Great way to get started on the water today. Wow. So stunning. So stunning. I'm going to head down this way because it's a narrow channel, and I saw from the map that somewhere down on the end there's a dam. And dams to me say damn good fishing. So let's see if that works out. Fish on, just like that. There's so many bass here, as long as you got the right presentation apparently. And the one I have is pretty small, so if I can get a size up, then I'll switch it out. A couple of these would be nice for supper, and this one feels good. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Oh boy, nice fish. Oh yeah, nice fish. All right, gang, that is exactly what we're looking for right there. Look at that beauty. Whew. All right, the bite is on. That is number 2. We're having fish for supper. Yay. All right, gangy, we are on with a little smallie, and got a few small largemouth, but this guy, I do like smallmouth to eat. That's about the size of a perch, but that's going to be something anyway, so we're on the board. All right, we've got another little beauty here. This time we got a largemouth. A little different. Oh, and there he goes. I was just going to say I don't eat those anyway, but... Oh, there we go, gang. This place does not disappoint for the bass. And look at those beautiful colors on these guys. Just a pretty fish. All right, that's it for now. Time to go do some cleaning. Well, gang, that's not a bad little catch and cook if I do say so myself. And as I like to do when I'm on my own, especially backcountry, we're eating out of the same container we cooked in. All right, let's give it first bites. Oh my God, delicious. Just a little oil and seasoning. Don't even need any quick fish or anything like that. And this is delicious. We've got actually smallmouth and largemouth in our catch today. It's kind of mixed in here together. And I've never eaten largemouth before, so these bites are good, so hopefully it's good. Obviously having no cooler, not being able to take fresh meat, being able to catch some fish is absolutely wonderful to be able to get some fresh protein. I did bring some, but I'm sorry, a packet of tuna isn't quite the same as this. Today is officially the first day for bass fishing in Ontario, and we've seen tons of boats out there, lots of people in canoes. There's a couple of guys in a power boat out there going along the shore now, and they are plentiful here. I can't believe how many bass there were. I thought it was going to be quiet fishing, but a big shout out to whoever the lady was that was fishing out there. When I ran into her, I wasn't really catching anything. I said, "What are you using?" I said, "Well, I'm doing a weedless presentation with a wacky worm." And I didn't see how she had it set up, but she caught like 16 fish in the time she was out there. And I thought, okay, I got to try something. So I figured it out. I think I mentioned it, octopus hook, wacky worm, got it dialed in. And after that, it was almost every cast. It was crazy. And two of the fish that I lost were actually went through where I put the pedal drive in my kayak. There's actually an opening, and they got away through there. So another lesson, which I should have known because I've done it before when I'm on my own in this situation, is put it on the stringer first, then remove the hook. Now, if I could remember that every time I come out, that'd be even better. But at any rate, thanks for joining me on the fishing adventure. I'm going to finish this before it gets cold, and we'll see you later. Well, gang, it's Wolfman here, and it is the last night of our stay on Bottle Lake, and what a great stay it's been. Not without its challenges, as you've seen in the video, but really happy I got a chance to get out here and do this, to be able to camp, kayak, fish, all at the same time. I got the food up in the bear hang for the last time, this trip, and I'm pretty paranoid, so I hang it up after every meal if I'm out in the kayak. I don't leave anything sitting around. But it's been a great trip. We haven't had any problems. No raccoons. Some trips have had foxes. Haven't really had a bear on site, but lots of critters. And it's been a very quiet one. I will say that for how close this is to home, that feeling of being, kind of really away, even with the opening of bass season, the fourth Saturday in June, there was not a lot of people out fishing here, so it's a very quiet, beautiful spot. So if you're looking for a place where you can drive to, very small portage down to the lake and lots of great spots to choose from, I would definitely recommend this place. The only thing I would say is that because I'm such an all-purpose camper that I don't have all the, appropriate gear for specifically this. Canoes have a purpose, and the gear that they have to carry stuff in and do this works, but I think I've done all right considering. Tomorrow I may show you some MacGyvering, because I do have a bin that needs to be converted into a backpack. We'll see if I film that. It depends on how much energy I have in the morning. Yeah, I've had some ideas on how to get it up, because I cannot take the kayak up with the gear inside. As the disaster that we had on the way down, it's only going to be worse on the way up. So But I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Wolfman Outdoors. And, please like and subscribe and continue to watch our episodes. We got lots that you may not have seen already, and go check them out so that we can continue to do these kind of videos for you, right? Unlike a lot of channels, we do all the camping. If it's winter, if it's car camping, if it's backcountry, if it's kayak camping, you name it. So we really appreciate you tuning in and supporting us and watching. And until next time, keep howling. Howl!